At this juncture, there will be the formal investiture ceremony, and I now invite our Chancellor to join me.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor. Vice Chancellor Ivelaw Lloyd Griffith, I have the honor to express the deep satisfaction of the University of Guyana that you have consented to accept the office of the Vice Chancellor. It is now my duty to ask you to make a declaration that you shall maintain and uphold the privileges and rights of the university.
I, Ivelaw Lloyd Griffith, do solemnly declare that I will faithfully and to the best of my ability discharge all the duties and obligations pertaining to the office of Vice Chancellor of the University of Guyana in accordance with the Act, the statutes, the ordinances and regulations made or established in that behalf, and will promote the well-being of the university and that of its members as far as in me lies the power.
Sir, I install you in your chair of office as Vice Chancellor of the University of Guyana, and I express the sincere hope and wish that the University of Guyana will flourish and prosper on the required level.
I now invite Professor Scott to assist in robing the Vice Chancellor with the university's robe as we take off his doctoral robe and robe him with the robe of Vice Chancellor of the University of Guyana.
Having difficulty finding the hole in there. Eventually the hole was found.
It is my pleasure to invite the Chancellor to escort the Vice Chancellor to his chair, with a fanfare of trumpets being sounded as that happens. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to invite the 10th Vice Chancellor of the University of Guyana to stand as I present him to you, Professor Ivelaw Lloyd Griffith. Thank you. Be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my seminal pleasure to invite Vice Chancellor Professor Ivelaw Lloyd Griffith, the 10th Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of Guyana, to address you, and at the end of his address, we'll invite the Chancellor to adorn him with the Vice Chancellor's stole. Vice Chancellor, please welcome him to deliver his.
Excellency President David Arthur Granger, Honorable Prime Minister, Chancellor Nigel Harris, students, faculty, staff, alumni, friends of this university, honorable ministers of government, honorable members of the judiciary, members of the diplomatic corps, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen all. Permit me first to thank you for your gracious presence and for the individual and institutional salutations. I deeply appreciate them, and I am confident that I shall benefit from the prescience that they capture. My installation as 10th Vice Chancellor and Principal of this valued institution is not just about me. It is an occasion for institutional renewal. It is an important part of our renaissance. Mine simply is the charge to lead us into part of the future, and I readily accept that charge, Chancellor. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, I am cognizant of the fact that we just did not magically arrive here. Our educational enterprise began with bold individual and institutional dreams in very humble circumstances. There was dreaming and there was doing in less than propitious circumstances. I refer, for example, to the dreaming and doing by then Premier Dr. Chetty Jagan, whose brainchild it was to create a basis for citizens of the then colony of British Guyana to leverage tertiary education for individual social and economic mobility and to provide a fillip to national economic and social development. The dreaming and doing by Minister of Education C.B. Nunes, the dreaming and doing by founding Chancellor Edward Mortimer Duke, founding Vice Chancellor and Principal Lancelot Hubman, and countless other nationals and educators. The dreaming and doing by bureaucrats and businessmen, by international agencies and foreign governments. I refer, ladies and gentlemen, to the dreaming and doing of then Prime Minister Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham, who guided the establishment of this campus and who championed the provision of free education at a higher level with just 1 year of national service. I myself have been a beneficiary of that largesse. It was dreaming and doing that led from an inaugural class of 164 students pursuing degrees in faculties of arts, sciences, social sciences in 1963 to current enrollment of over 8,650 students pursuing undergraduate and postgraduate degrees in earth and environmental sciences, education and humanities, health sciences, natural sciences, social sciences, and technology. As well, it was dreaming and doing that led to the recent establishment of the School of Entrepreneurship and Business Innovation. However, as President David Arthur Granger rightly declared this past Monday in his keynote address to the inaugural Diaspora Engagement Conference, UG began with a considerable number of birth defects. And as one of our national intellectual treasurers, Professor Emeritus Sister Mary Noel Meniz captured with some levity, I may add, some of the humble and inauspicious circumstances were captured in her A Brief History of the University of Guyana, where she wrote, and I quote, Professor Bill Carr realistically captured some of the nostalgia of the Queen's College days, with its stairs and rooms smelling of boys, smelling of stale buns, smelling of sweet drinks, and smelling of assorted vermin. Thus, ladies and gentlemen, this 10th Vice Chancellor builds on the tremendous work of those who labored long and hard in the educational, the political, and the financial vineyards of almost 5.5 decades. The previous lecturers and staff who have taught, mentored, and nurtured our students. The chancellors, pro-chancellors, and council members who provided policy governance. The vice chancellors and other administrators who have managed the education and the economic enterprise, sometimes performing administrative gymnastics simply to survive, much less to thrive. We stand on the work of the political and administrative leaders who facilitated the resource acquisition and more. We commend the graduates who have paid forward by giving back. We applaud the business and civic leaders who aided the pursuits of this institution in various ways. We note the work and contributions of the international organizations and the diplomats whose contributions have made a difference in many ways. I pay tribute to them. Moreover, I applaud the current faculty, our current administrators and staff, and other stakeholders for their laudable endeavors in aiding the transformation of the lives of young and not so young dreamers and doers. Chancellor, I am thankful to the members of my family and to friends and supporters who have come from near and from far to celebrate this institutional renewal. Francine and I, together for 33 years, have two wonderful children. Shakina Aisha, who lives in New York, and Ivelaw Lamar at the piano, or at least he was at the piano. He's at the piano, who came from California. And we are blessed now to have a wonderful new granddaughter. Yesterday was her 8th-month birthday. Give her a round of applause. Thank you for joining me here, but also for sharing the sacrifice entailed by my being away from the family as I serve my native land. Other family members are here too, and so are long-standing friends, such as Dr. Godfrey Springer from the Bahamas, a friend of more than 5 decades. Special thanks to the friend who hails from far-off Africa, Professor Ophelia Weeks, President of the University of Liberia. This is the maiden visit to Guyana for Shakina, for Ivelaw, for Harper, and for President Weeks, but I know that they all will return. Ladies and gentlemen, This event has involved a tremendous amount of thoughtful planning and execution by a committee of university and community stakeholders. Notable among the latter being BANCIH, Ansoma Call Training, Healing Arts Foundation, and L. Flowers. The work was led by our indefatigable registrar, Dr. Caesar Nigel Graves-Andy. Please give Dr. Graves-Andy and the entire committee a thunderous expression of appreciation. In reflecting on the individual and institutional dreaming and doing at our university, I am reminded of some of the words of one of our literary giants who graced this Turkine campus with his presence while I studied here during the 1970s. I refer to poet Martin Carter. I refer to his poem, I Come from the Nigger Yard. I come from the nigger yard of yesterday, leaping from the oppressor's hate, and the scorn of myself from the agony of the dark hut in the shadow, and the hurt of things. From the long days of cruelty and the long nights of pain, down to the wide streets of tomorrow, of the next day, leaping I come, who cannot see will hear. Martin Carter. This institution's recent yesterdays have been characterized by neglect and stormy seas, with an interlinked three-dimensional predicament, revolving around resources both in relation to acquisition and management, esteem, internal as well as external, and notably in relation to academic credibility and brand, and what I call perspicacity, in that the university had lost its intellectual spunk when it comes to critical inquiry and theoretical and applied research. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, UG has had a REP, resources, esteem, and perspicacity problem. I'm quite mindful, Chancellor, of the prescient proposition of writer and philosopher Rabindranath Tagore, when he said, "You cannot cross the sea simply by standing and staring at the water." And so, on assuming the vice-chancellorship, rather than lament, I launched Project Renaissance, which aims to rebuild our educational and economic enterprise and enable this university to become a consequential national and international stakeholder. Project Renaissance is both a dreaming project and a doing project. Why dream, some may ask, when this university has suffered such neglect for so long? Well, allow me to invoke Harlem Renaissance literary giant Langston Hughes to answer that question. And he does so poignantly in his 1926 poem called Dreams, where he implores us, nay, he commands us as follows: hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with snow. Our Renaissance bridge building project has four main pillars, called imperatives. It also has 6 important cardinal values. The first imperative is capital investment, which involves human capital, physical capital, and brand capital. The second imperative is academic enhancement, which entails improving the instructional credentials, curricula, and introducing new educational programs and new research to address national, regional business, civic, and overall development needs. Chancellor, our third imperative is called economic viability imperative. It requires fortifying the existing revenue streams, governance, subvention, and tuition, but it also beckons us to expand our revenue base through alumni and corporate giving, through grants, through enterprise public-private partnerships, and through merchandising. Our fourth imperative, alumni engagement, entails reaching out to our graduates within and beyond Guyana, celebrating their accomplishments and inviting them to aid the continued pursuit of our bold mission and goals. As one might suspect, ladies and gentlemen, pursuing Project Renaissance has had daunting Herculean elements. It entails facing and fixing, to quote writer James Baldwin. It involves pursuing new ventures and building new baselines, some of which are new to University of Guyana and new to Guyana, although not new to the Academy in many parts of the world. Understandably then, ladies and gentlemen, decision-making has often been, and I expect it to be, tough. But as Roy Disney once averred, and correctly so in my view, and I quote, "It's not hard to make decisions once you know what your values are." Our Renaissance pursuits are guided by 6 cardinal values: respect, integrity, excellence, transparency, inclusion, and efficiency. These values cannot be merely platitudinous incantations. They must be lived. In relation to excellence, for example, Aristotle reminds us of the importance of habituation when he wrote, and I quote, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit." Ladies and gentlemen, living these values is particularly important in this period of Guyana's contemporary history, as our nation has a considerable respect deficit and integrity challenge profile. The onus is on us at this national university to aid the alteration of this profile over time. Notwithstanding these challenges and criticisms, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to report that our Renaissance efforts have begun to show considerable results. A scorecard of Renaissance Year 1 will be posted to the UG website over the weekend. Suffice it to say here that the achievements include improvements of physical facilities and of Wi-Fi at Turkine, Tane, Dennis Irving Hall, and elsewhere. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, this very room that we're sitting in has recognized and received the improvements. If we were sitting here just a month ago, I assure you everyone here would have been fanning and sweating profusely. We've also modified the service hours of the bursary, including opening on Saturdays, and we've partnered with GTT to offer mobile money to enhance both the time efficiency and the cost efficiency of services to students. We began to publish an electronic newsletter to showcase the work of our students, our staff, our alumni. We held our first Race for Peace, raising $4.1 million to establish a student support fund. We inaugurated a distinguished lecture series to celebrate the work and workings of 3 academic giants: Professor C.Y. Thomas, Professor Noel Menez, and Dr. Ulrich Truss. Not just to inspire young Guyanese, but to enable them to want to pursue excellence the way our giants have pursued excellence. We have launched a new website, and we established the Education Resource Ambassadors Program, where academic, civic, business stakeholders, some of whom are not Guyanese, some of whom are not alums, lend their time, their talent, their treasure in supporting Project Renaissance. Just a few weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen, one Guyana-based ERA, Education Resource Ambassador, donated $600,000 worth of plants for campus beautification program. Moreover, the ERAs in New York and New Jersey recently established a 501c3 non-profit organization called Alumni and Friends of the University of Guyana, and they will be having their inaugural Renaissance Gala to raise funds on September 9 in Queens, New York. I encourage you to support their efforts. This year, ladies and gentlemen, also witnessed the cultivation of very beneficial relationships with business, government, diplomatic stakeholders. We saw the restoration of the Walter Rodney Chair, and I'm pleased that the holder of that chair, Professor Kimani Nehusi, is in the audience. Please stand. We had the debut of the etiquette training program for student leaders, where we put almost 60 student leaders through etiquette training 5 days at the Carnegie School of Home Economics. The promotion of the arts has been on our radar screen, including the appointment of music icon Keith Wade as the first distinguished visiting artist in residence. The first distinguished visiting artist in residence since Martin Carter last held that position on a permanent basis in this university. As well, ladies and gentlemen, infrastructure work has begun on a new students' complex, on extension of the agriculture and forestry faculty, on a new maintenance complex. And Warwick and I be pleased to hear that we're going to renovate Pear Street, Kitty, to become an entrepreneurial facility. I think, ladies and gentlemen, it's also noteworthy that we have reorganized our university senior leadership with the creation of deputy vice chancelleries for academic engagement, planning and international engagement, philanthropy, alumni and civic engagement, and an office of strategic initiatives. We created Turkine and Tin Talks as a bi-monthly series to facilitate conversations with the community on important national and international subjects. We established an undergraduate research program, and we held the first undergraduate research conference, one at Turkine on April the 12th, and one at Tain on April the 13th. As well, we are proud of the commissioning of a feasibility study that led to the creation of the School of Entrepreneurship and Business Innovation, and to the establishment of the University of Guyana Press, part of efforts to boost research and scholarship. Quite significantly, ladies and gentlemen, we held, and this day concludes it this evening, historic for both University of Guyana and for Guyana, our first diaspora engagement conference. That conference brought 260 Guyanese and other nationals from Guyana, Barbados, Grenada, St. Lucia, Ghana, Nigeria, Canada, the British Virgin Islands, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, United States of America, and the United Kingdom. And from the United States itself, delegates came from Maryland, California, and New York, New Jersey, Texas, Georgia, Florida, New Mexico, Louisiana, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Ohio, and Virginia. Let's give a round of applause to the people who came for this important conference. I submit, ladies and gentlemen, that for the University of Guyana to have salutary tomorrows that go beyond crisis management and that goes beyond avoidance of being practitioners of the science of modeling through the Renaissance bridge building must be sustained for at least the next 3 years. We are obliged to sustain the initiatives that have been launched, and we are compelled to turn attention to other areas that warrant urgent consideration. Therefore, let me indicate as I come to the end a few of the areas that will command the dreaming and doing of year 2 of Project Renaissance. But it is useful to offer a few thoughts that puts Renaissance in context. In my values and vision statement, which was shared both on and off campus even before assuming office, I share a proposition made by a former chancellor of this university, who then was serving as Commonwealth Secretary General. In delivering his speech to the Commonwealth Education Conference in Sri Lanka in 1980, Sir Sridhar Ramphal declared, and I quote, "We have learned that education, when it is not geared to the needs of real development, and when it is not accompanied by progress in other spheres, can lead more to despair than to development, more to frustration than to fulfillment, and more to social tension than to social advance." I share the views of Sir Sridhar Ramphal in their entirety. Mindful of the Ramphal proposition, I take the opportunity in my values and vision statement to offer a role proposition for our university. That our university must first serve as a facilitator of educational and economic development for both individual citizens and the society as a whole. That our university should foster dreaming and doing about changed personal and societal realities. That our university should serve as a platform to explore opportunities for innovation. Moreover, I argue, ladies and gentlemen, that the University of Guyana cannot operate in a silo. That it is vital for both private and public sector sustenance and development. Therefore, I am in full agreement with President David Granger, who espoused the view while addressing the opening of the Diaspora Conference that the University of Guyana must become the university for Guyana. I also see significant roles and opportunities for Caribbean regional engagement and engagement even beyond the Caribbean. Indeed, Chancellor, our being an associate institution of CARICOM under the treaty that created that institution is a strong indication of a regional role that was contemplated from the beginning. That role is even more vital now. And so, in more specific terms, attention must be turned as a university and a nation to the near crisis mode in which we find ourselves regarding the sciences and engineering. Not only in relation to instruction and research, but also regarding the synergistic utility linkages to multidisciplinary spaces such as biodiversity. Thus, I shall be establishing a 15-member Renaissance STEAM task force to examine comprehensively the state of affairs in our sciences, engineering, and the arts, and to offer recommendations not to dream about change, but to do change. I'm delighted that 2 distinguished education resource ambassadors have agreed to my request to serve as co-chairs for that task force, and I invite them to stand if they are so minded when I introduce them. Professor Suresh Narayan, Director of our Institute for Applied Sciences and Technology, and Director of the Trent University Center for Biomaterials Research, and Professor Norman Monroe, Professor of Mechanical and Materials Engineering, and Director of the Office of Student Access and Success, and Director of the Center for Diversity in Engineering and Computing at Florida International University. Ladies and gentlemen, there are other areas of neglect which this coming year our attention will be turned to to redress that neglect. I am pleased to have earlier this year begun to pay attention to the arts. Not only the restoration of the Distinguished Visiting Artist in Residence position, not only hosting at Renaissance House, program we call Painting, Music, and Poetry, but we're going to be establishing on a permanent basis the Distinguished Artist in Residence program, and I'm delighted that Dave Martins will be the next Distinguished Visiting Artist in Residence. Dave has already excited myself and Professor Paloma Mohammed, who I've asked to manage that program, by proposing a number of what I'm calling edu performance sessions. And I've asked Dave not only to allow us and the person who comes after Dave, we want to take our visiting artists in residence beyond Georgetown and Berbice to Lethem, to Linden, to Essequibo Coast, to the far reaches of Guyana. And so let me invite those of you who want to get hyped about Dave to come tonight to Ramada, where our cultural extravaganza will involve Dave Martins and his band. Ladies and gentlemen, we have several other areas of neglect that we intend to do something about this coming year. My reorganization plan of October 2016 contemplated doing something about graduate studies and research by establishing a deanery, contemplated doing something about teaching and learning by establishing a Center for Excellence in Teaching and Learning, also contemplated addressing the severe neglect by our university not having its own attorney. Budgetary insufficiency prevented us from acting in those areas. We will put as a priority for next year getting those areas addressed. But there is also the critical need for us to pay better attention to our law department. Our law department, valued and has done splendid work, competing way above its capacity within the Caribbean, has suffered neglect on a variety of levels, as has the university writ large. And so, as I announced early this year to the law department, I shall be convening a review team to examine comprehensively what we do in law, what our curriculum is, what is our technology support, what is our full-time and part-time lecturers ratio, what is it we need to do with online learning in law, what is it we need to do to enhance the salaries not only of law lecturers, but lecturers across this university. And I'm delighted that without any arm twisting, Professor Velma Newton, I'd like to introduce former Lawrence Atwood, head of Caribbean Impact Justice Program, has agreed to head that review team. I have many recommendations from the law department, but I shall announce the names when we have consummated the whole team. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to do something better for our staff, academic and non-academic, regarding salaries. We have to increase the conditions that we ask staff and students to work under in the physical sense. We are planning to continue the journey of enabling those matters to get the fulsome attention of this university. So ladies and gentlemen, let me end where I began. That is invoking the words of Martin Carter, as I thank you for the confidence reposed in me and for the support which shall be forthcoming in taking this university to the next level. I come from the nigger yard of yesterday, leaping from the oppressor's hate, and the scorn of myself and the agony of the dark hurt in the shadow, and of things, and of the hurt of things. From the long days of cruelty and the long nights of pain, down to the wide streets of tomorrow, of the next day, leaping I come, who cannot see, will hear. I thank you for your attention.